it again for some people who get it. It's Silver 2019. Connect to Silver Spring Hotel, Silver Small Cup. Thank you, friends. What do you think? What we are not with us here today. You can go forward. I would like to give set in, and as they do that, you can also tweet, you can ease yourself. The restrooms are for our foundation and
forward. So the panelist is Kabir, an agribusiness expert by profession. Please welcome Mr. Kabir. The next panelist is Mr. John Robert. He's an environmental and climate activist. Please welcome Mr. John Robert. Then we have Ms. Darren Namatovu, who's a human rights and children rights advocate, and also the executive director of Phoenix Child Foundation. Then the fourth and final panelist, we have Ms. Co-founder of Climate Education Lead at Girls for Climate Action. Please welcome Mr. Tiza Hayat. Thank you so much for being here today. So let's get right into it because of time. At the concluded COP27, we all know that Los Angeles facility was set up. So to our panelists, I would like us to discuss how we think it will be effective and how best do we ensure that this money reaches the most affected people.
Thank you so much, Madam Moderator. But before we go any further, allow me to say hello and Happy New Year to everybody, but also to share my disappointment to Rise Up Movement. As I was preparing for my play, I went to Rise Up Movement Twitter pages and there was nothing. And I don't know whether it was scared about the big crowd that will fill up Bugololi Springs because we feel that Rise Up Movement has the muscle to actually pull up online events that if in terms of calling upon participants. So I don't know whether it was an event organizing technique or something that it's something that I wanted to tap upon. But also wanted to appreciate the previous speaker and King Babazi. Thank you so much. Yeah, so back to the previous question. COP27, just like any other COP, Conference of Parties, is one of a kind because it's sort of like a continuation of what was started ages ago. But again, like for example, the biggest highlight for us as African countries was, of course, loss and damage finance, which I feel it's something that in COP26, these guys were committed themselves. And I felt that COP27 was the time for them to actually be pinned to actually account for the 100 billion US dollars that they committed. But to my disappointment, again, they committed. Yeah. So it is commitment, commitment, and after commitment. Then I don't know, maybe the next COP28, since it is in Dubai, most of us are just going to have a holiday, I presume. And it's, of course, you have a lot of options. And for me, then, this time around, I didn't participate, but I was present because we had a delegate there representing us for climate action. But the previous COP26, for me, I felt that actually the biggest pointer was in the side events, because when you look at the general sessions of the how many say yes, how many say no, it's sort of like you send negotiators there, but they already know what they're going to say. And when you look at even the young people's space is very small. And it's very disappointing that young people are given chances to just come and talk about, they'll be like, Vanessa, please come and, give us the final speech on how this session has been, which is not really quite impressive. And yet it would be that young people sit in these spaces and really have the muscle, because at the end of the day, the action that we're looking out for, the climate action, I tell people are the engines of climate action, which is why we are all here, young people. And I want to actually acknowledge, I think there were so many young people in Egypt, which was very impressive. And because at the end of the day, you have the activists, you have the mobilizers, you have each and everyone. And so the partnerships that we create, and that's what I say that back to actually the point of projecting whether this will help or not, is that at the end of the day, if you have the light, the fire lighters who are the activists, because an activist is the one that just lights the match, but again you have to have an organizer to feed the flame. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have someone feeding what the activists are standing for, many young people are coming up as activists, which is very good. But when you have a one-on-one interaction with them, it doesn't feel right that they actually know why they're doing it. And so if you don't have an organizer who is feeding the flame, and the flame means that you're feeding knowledge, the flame means that you're feeding capacity in line with our policy, in line with negotiation, in line with communication, and all these other things. So with all these, it's just a sort of like kind of a partnership for us all, and I appreciate my fellow panelists. And I think for now, I will end here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Over to you, Margaret.
Good morning, everyone. I think I first want to apologize that I came in very late. I accept my apology. I'd like to appreciate the Love Movement for this workshop. It's not easy to really organize something like that. People turn up, so you guys should be proud of yourselves, and thank you for having me. Before I start, when I received an invitation, I saw another person who was talking about those and damage. As a human rights activist, acting climate change, I thought what am I going to talk about, but also I remembered the loss and damage all of us, and I said I'll talk from a point of human rights defender, child rights defender. I know the loss and damage conversation that has been going on for a long time. I was supposed to be last year, but I couldn't. I'm so glad that at least finally there was something that came out of COP27. Everyone here that really was in Egypt, we need to clap ourselves. We need to clap ourselves, brother. That was a big achievement. At the end of the day, we don't take it for granted. But then, yes, the facility is there. But how are we making sure we hold these people accountable to actually deliver on the promises? It is there, but we don't want an individual or sector that is not running. How are we doing it? Also, before we want to hold people accountable as advocates and activists, what are we committing ourselves to do in order to have these people in their promises? I think for me, one thing that I would say is, first of all, is grassroots inclusion. For so long, yes, the marginalized have been excluded. We see hope as the facility is in place. We see hope that the grassroots people, the marginalized, the people in the slum areas are so much into grassroots advocacy and inclusion. The people that are in the slum areas, all the time, why they are living the life they live. I just want to think that this facility is going to cater for them more. And they are going to put them at the center of every conversation, that even if there is the funds, the money distribution, they're actually given first priority. And then the other thing is equitable access to these funds. We don't want to see that Uganda is getting 1 billion, Kenya is getting like 4 billion, and just saying estimating quality, even as they are trying to distribute these funds. They have to look at the most affected. Right now, we are the center of this crisis. We are so affected. Uganda is affected. We still have floods. It's not even the rain that happened recently. Roads were cut off, couldn't move out of their homes just this week. So as they distribute these funds, let them have people that are most affected, given first priority before they even think about anything else. And then the other thing I like to talk about is there shouldn't be any bureaucracy in whatever conversation or discussions they have to make. They should make sure that the marginalized again are given priority. They're given a chance to make decisions, to have a seat at the table of these conversations. It doesn't make sense having a loss and damage conversation with the top dog when the person suffering, I don't even know why I'm in that situation. You don't get the opportunity to talk about, to make us say, to have anything to say about it. So there shouldn't be any bureaucracy. Let there be transparency, as they have already shown it. They are going to do it. And then the other thing is, this is the time to call for more partnerships, for more local private sector CSOs. I work a lot with CSOs to come together to come together and see that at least something gets done. Because we cannot leave this to, let's say, the US or the global north, the countries that have done or caused this more. We have to work together because at the end of the day, it's affecting all of us, and if the money gets distributed, we all benefit. Yeah, that's what I should say.
Thank you so much, Lauren. To Mr. Butler.
It is very, very important. We appreciate that this is your responsibility for all of us, irrespective of age, social class, or anything, young and old, both with age and at heart, we are all supposed to be involved. Having said that, moderator, the issue of loss and damage, as you said, it is just a continuation of the discussion that is premised on the discussion of climate justice. And climate justice, as we have said before, is supposed to be the fact that the polluter pays. The discussion between the global north versus the global south, where you have the biggest emitters in the global north, the US and China, emitting about 55%. Then you also have countries like Uganda and the global south, which are contributing negligible contribution, but at the receiving end of the climate change. So I think as Derek said, it was a very good outcome of the but also appreciate that despite the presence of the global environment facility GAP and the adaptation fund, these monies actually have not been accessed by the countries in the global south. Because you know that the climate financing discussion has remained so much skewed, because at that level you actually have the big boys versus the small boys in the courts. And now the issue which Mr. Jesus has talked about, issue of negotiations, climate negotiation, comes a very big change, because he has said that when you go to Dubai for COP28, people are going to be going for the holidays. And indeed that's what happened in Egypt. Most of our holidays actually went to negotiate for us. We are probably gazing at the pyramids, and then really some of them got an opportunity to take their loved ones out, and at the end of the day, really, as you said, friend Vanessa, can you come and give us your parting shots on this? And at the end of the day, you realize that we're going to really make very serious contribution. So therefore, the discussion about the loss and damage, for me, I would want to say that I want to look at it with both lenses. One, that it was a good outcome, but also in my assessment that it may, because if you just, we're talking about immediate climate action, but we're just having real slogans, the usual, the rhetoric, and at the end of the day, that may actually not happen. So, forgive me for being negative vibe in the room. Yeah, because let's face it, two things. One, the designated entity, almost in every country, is actually the Ministry of Water and Environment in each and every country. Like in Uganda, our Ministry of Water and Environment is the designated entity charged with the responsibility to ensure that these commitments are fulfilled. But you know that is actually done under what is called the national development contribution, which is is actually a framework under the Paris Agreement. But you have all seen our MDCs that have been filed by government just recently in September last year. Now, over 70% of the MDCs actually supposed to be financed from foreign funding, and only just 30% which is supposed to be financed locally. But where I would take the local finance, then I'm going to talk about the issues that actually are grappling with the issue of people and all those challenges. For us to access the foreign fund, then we need a very strong legal and policy framework. The case in point is the national climate change policy which we have as a country, but also the National Climate Change Act of Uganda. We were one of the first countries that actually have that under some of our laws as a civil society players. But you actually know that right now, the law is just someone is sitting on it somewhere. You really can talk about it, but you cannot really have it into action because it requires that the minister should have guidelines in place to ensure that the law gets life. So I have no know that climate change issues actually are time bound. Therefore, as we have the ministry taking its time, climate change issues actually sweeping away from people, especially the vulnerable people, the local communities that are talking about. And as you know that Uganda is based on agriculture. So therefore, there was a man on disaster risk reduction in the local communities, where you have over 67% of our people living from subsistence farming. Subsistence farming. The president usually calls those who work for each other job. Why people just because imagine the 21st century, 70% surviving on nature-based, just waiting for rain. So therefore, the most time we develop our people to actually shift to issues like irrigation as an alternative. But also the other issue, which is the last bit, is that the issue of young people that we have talked about. I wrote an article recently that I was going to talk about the role that young people are doing, especially within us, civil society, rise up movement, and entities. But let me tell you something. Not until we actually have structured systems, for example, the National Youth Council, which actually frameworks that are bringing young people together. We in the civil society, we cannot be called racemakers. You can be called the disruptors, negative forces, anti-development. That's what we shall be able. In fact, I don't really know to go to your security, clearance to actually have this discussion, because discussion on equal pay marked as government and anti-development discussion. You have seen all those objects spoken out, just how they're just around of the state that you're not supposed to speak up. And you're not just to see that. When you look at the entire discussion on loss and damage, and I want to refer you to the action that the president wrote recently, the president. If we have 75% of our people just survive on firewood and charcoal, if we have only 8% of our people just using those who are using LPG, gas, if you have 80% in agriculture, right? I'm giving this demographic that you can understand them. If you have 50% below 15 years of Uganda, below 15 years, then I think it is important that we become very honest with ourselves and then be able to channel our discussion and our agitations on how can we strike the balance between development and environmental safeguards and environmental standards. If we don't do that, then we are going to be misunderstood because we have very good environmental messages, but somehow our message get lost along the way because we don't see
in communities which are cost affected should opportunity to partner with other agencies or it can be government or other international implementing climate in these places. That's when the finance is given. Then in inclusivity, young people should not be left out. Women and girls should not be left out because these are the most affected gender to bring it in that lens. Then in accountability, leaders that are going to be involved in the implementation of climate action, that's when the climate finance is given, should be we should account for all the money used. And should ensure
They said, panelists, I think that we need a we need to make sure that grassroots communities are included. We need to make sure that it's to call for localization and of course make sure that the Ministry of Water and Environment is accountable. So because of time, I'll ask the panelists just one more question. So the World Economic Forum is coming up in Davos in a few days, and I just want to hear from the panelists their message to these world leaders and business leaders that are going to gather at the World Economic Forum. So for those of you who don't know what the World Economic Forum is, it brings together business leaders from across societies to work on projects and initiatives that are supposed to make a real difference. So I can, do you want to start? Jonathan, you can start and tell us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Because my message to the world leaders is they should focus on people over profit. What I mean here is that when carrying on this business investment in our communities, they should focus more on seeing that they should put profits aside and focus more on seeing what impact they will create on the people. That's bringing into the perspective of climate. We have no, if I think businesses are one of let me say the highest emitters. That's putting industries, other sectors in business. So I think what all leaders have to focus more in, they should prioritize more into the environment and see how best they can sustain their businesses, but with much focus on our environment, because this environment should always be here to stay. I'm sure the businesses can collapse at any time, but the environment should always be something that should be left behind in a much safer way. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kabira. Just to qualify what you are talking about, the need for partnerships. The only way, or the most sustainable way, how we are going to, champion a sustainable approach or the clean development mechanism is through the partnership of government, civil society players, and the private sector, which is the business community. And that is amplified under the Sustainable Development Goals, SDG 17. But of course, my message to the world leaders, to the who are going to attend the World Economic Forum, I think it's an opportunity for us once again to amplify the fact that it is possible that we can actually develop without polluting. The tendency of who are trying to compete to join the emission race, where we have a situation that saying no, they allow us also to pollute, so that we can also come and catch up with you. I think it is an understanding discussion. It is possible that actually we can champion a clean approach which is more sustainable, and to that effect that would be a good way to go. But also, we also need to appreciate the fact that Uganda, as Diana said earlier on, one of the biggest challenges we have is the issue of our daily budget. The last time I was checked with Uganda was ranked as a EPIC highly indebted poor country. And that means that when you look at, for example, our GDP, which is just, if you can look at the recent budget framework paper, it's just about 40.1.9 billion US dollar, which is an approximate of about 750 about 2.5 billion shillings. So, and as you are aware, the GDP per capita, they get the total, total budget divided with the number of people in the country. Of course, we all know the situation that in most cases, that is not really a sustainable way of recalculating, because most of the money is just in very hard. We are broke. We can't afford life. Most of our people actually, especially those in the countryside. So I think the World Economic Forum should also address the way they look at nations. For me, I would suggest look at the livelihood and the well-being of the people, not just looking at the figures. Because the case of the point is, for example, in Uganda, for example, the people like the bills and the top price, they actually have money which is supposed to be, with the millions of Ugandans. So that issue of the GDP ratio is really not sustainable. They just go with the figures that don't make sense, in my view. Lastly, I would expect that the World Economic Forum will be able to discuss the issues of climate change by looking at the aspect of what you call a comparative or competitive advantage. Because that is the one example, the extraction or the oil exploration extraction on if you is sure because it means that you are for it, company, you come and do your exploration, and wild animals actually go to die. So the issue of the comparative advantage in countries actually have actually should be allowed to conservation efforts. And fishing industry, you have seen how the world economic forum is an opportunity purely that it's too late to probably maybe have a own there's one it's just 1 minute. You had the viewership. That's the power of social media that you have. So we need to liberate that space and make the noise that probably can be some of these issues which are very, very likely to sustain.
I think you talking about how Uganda is going and then it's what I was going to talk about, what I want to talk about. You see, the world around has of people like Africans, more Africans in that conversation. So if you say Uganda is, we are really too much state, and then you have this forum, this state coming up. I want to think how are we using going to use this opportunity, and why are we even late to start with? The other thing is I want to talk about to my message, especially African Union, if they will be there. This is an opportunity for them to talk about EFCA there. Because all we are fighting for is free trade. Free trade within Africa, free trade, visa-free trading. So we want an opportunity for us as Africans to voice our agenda to even these world leaders that are borrowing us this money to stop coming to Africa to really invest in whatever they have to take from us. And another thing is, when I was searching also to the theme of this event, I don't know if it's really the right theme. It is digital theft, right? And applying human rights in the digital world. I'm so excited because I'm a human rights defender. And I want to think, how is this forum going to really bring about digital inclusion? So we want, there are very many people that are trading out there. There's a lot of startups. Even here in Uganda, there are very many startups, but not very many young farmers have really access to the internet to put their products on the market. So we hope this is an opportunity for more digital inclusion, for bringing technology, even in rural areas, even in a farmer down there, they don't know how to put their sale in the market. We hope it can be an opportunity to everyone. And then the other thing is funding startups. We have it also here in Uganda. And one thing we are trying so hard to ask the government and the college we are making these policies and decisions is to fund startups. African countries, as if we are all really startup countries. So we hope forum, the way they are trying to, maybe put up a loss and revenue fund to fund more than they take from us. So we hope this is an opportunity for more startups, for more young leaders, young to really
Yeah, thank you so much. I think my fellow panelists have actually said it all. But just to put out straight that today we all talking about the multi-stakeholder approach, where we bring each and every one on the table, which also instills in and I think the World Economic Forum should actually to World Circular Economy Forum for the best of our planet. And as Jonathan said, it shouldn't be profit over our planet. And we should just leave our economy so we can adopt to the circular. However, maybe the last thing I also want to talk about is owner CSO approach. We're leaving out a lot of the private sector, and yet the private sector is actually the driver of the economy. And CSOs everywhere, they're talking about fundraising. And so this forum should be focused on how the private sector should transition to green economy and how they could these existing. I think the problem that we are facing is about indigenous knowledge and just going for other technologies because everything that we're talking about facing even it's the point how this indigenous knowledge and grassroots communities are engaged and really put up on the table funding criteria where they're saying that you should have about $1,000
there's a lot of money from the private sector. Given that donor funding is big on each and every day, I see that there's a lot of money in the private sector. We can actually, there's one principle we can use. I don't know if many of you have heard of Federation of Uganda Employers. They started something which is called $1 initiative, something to do with AIDS. And they went to the private sector to sensitize them about the dangers of HIV. And I think it's somehow worked out. So we can also, as climate activists, turn to the private into that money. The only thing we have to do is to interest them, sensitize them, because the effects of climate affect everyone, whether you're baby, whether you're old or you. And then lastly, one point also on the issue of bureaucracy. We all know that largest polluters are USA and China, and they come out to put this fund, let's say the EF. But then my issue, what keeps on disturbing me each and every day? Why is it that you put a fund and then it becomes so hard to access it? So how can we, going forward, how can we address the issue of bureaucracy in addressing climate finance?
I saw. Any other remark, any other question?
My name is Kapshan Shaka, the senior assistant, worker with Indian persons in the executive center. Maybe I want to say that many in the project, students are not made by the team. You know, I sit in the national working group, like the department. The congregants is place in the national book. National book is a content of the national interests. That's how the information is generated, then it's passed over. But when we were there, I did tell your views. This which comes afterwards, the point from the youth group. So you need to identify who are your allies, who are your key partners, how do you make the information flow, but not by laminating. Otherwise, you keep repeating until the outcome back forms. You know, I've heard about the EFO, carbon footprint, habitat laws, about the species, conservation laws, tourism, water pollution, blah, 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 blah. During the past 30 days, 2 weeks Chivali, we need to move our country, to move around the country and understand it. Otherwise, we keep on talking about tourism. There are many tourists that goes to Chivali. In fact, I was there. If any NGO about restoration of the biodiversity, talk about Central Uganda, and East Chivali forest. It is full of biodiversity. I was in the jungles for 2 weeks. So if you have electrical heat that you are agitated, you can know that otherwise are full of biodiversity. If you are interested in research, go to Chivali Forest. You see, when you talk about the loss, how we identify what kind of loss of the species we are talking about, people need to understand the numbers so that you translate the value. They are doing more work on the and it doesn't, but the Kenyans. So, what kind of laws are we discussing about? Now, what is the money? NGOs, government, and private sector, we are all competing from the same source of money, e.g., the agricultural fund. When the calls are put out there, and then you are told to the recommendation from the government, who is your competing? From the question is that this Uganda developed commercial banks. These are commercial banks who are looking for about by university. The implementation crisis. So, and another, my last point, whatever. The target up there, the goal be started implementing on behalf. Our ministries no longer meant. The money is within those whom we quoted. They implement us on the current discussion on the national budget. Not to pay the workers. You see, there are two categories. There is the salary, and then there is the money for the activity. So if you and then you cut the money for the where the civil servant is supposed to go outside and engage. Do you really expect to see anything? I've been reading what seeing the papers on the TV budget cuts. Like for the tours you saw yesterday, which is law that they generate at the rate of now 3 times. Where do that money, the money which comes from the tourism sector, how much do the government of Uganda crowd back to the sector? I thank you.
Because of the interest of time, I'll just take one minute. We'll have questions.
Monica Sharon, I'm a planet activist. I've heard of an organization called Women's Street and you give outreach to school. So the first time someone gives a remark, I talked about sensitization and I realized it's a serious issue myself. First of all, I know there are many people here for outreaches, who may be in your communities. So after visiting one school, I then decided to talk to my own classmates when we were the first year. Yeah, so when I was speaking to them, I introduced myself, I told them I'm a climate activist, and I want to talk to you people about what is really happening. And most of them seemed uninterested, they were moving out of class, but I realized I was talking more of the physics of fossil fuels in banks and all. Population is improved. Yeah, all that. But then, switch the entire conversation. Okay, like I made it more personal. I told them, for example, in my community, people are suffering out there. I'm an Itesot from Sorority District, particularly at Tuna. That's where I come from. So one time, my parents went to the village. Okay, when we reached the village, we buy food from market and all. But I assure you, when I reached the market, there was only fish. No tomatoes. We literally had to boil fish for lunch. So, and then the other thing I told them was, when you look at the temperatures out there, I believe they have increased. Right now in Sorority, very difficult under the sun. I believe that's what most people are experiencing. So if you're sensitizing people, you should bring aspects. In 2016, there was a Paris impeachment. Global currently 1.5, and I think we would have 1.5. How many people deep down in and just also connected? In my village also have been sold out for money for hours. So if someone is married off, because people are really suffering. So like reaching out to schools, I mean education to them. Instead of so much physics and biology around exchange. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for those remarks and questions. To summarize some of the first person saying, how can we address an issue of the bureaucracy or decision leaders? The second gentleman asked us to identify the kind of roster we're talking so that we can attach it to it. I know that all of us have something to say, have a remark to make, and something. But in the interest of time, allow us to move to the next agenda so that we can leave this place at the appropriate time. But we can, of course, continue the discussion online, like I've been saying. Rise up movement, tag us, share your thoughts. We are going to retweet and interact with you. For the next item on the agenda now, this is one of my favorites. I'm a born again Christian, and I believe in the Bible so much. And one of my favorite verses is actually Ecclesiastes 8:15, which says that there is nothing better for a person under the sun than to eat and drink. So for the next, we are going to move out slowly, make a line, and make sure you eat, drink, and make merry. Everything is free. You can also have water in the bucket. You can fill a glass, take water. You have our cutouts. You can take a picture of it and share on Instagram, share on Twitter. Otherwise, thank you very much for being attentive. Let's go and implement the word of the Lord. Wait, you people are not hungry. You are still here. Yes.
I want to interview some people, so can I put them out? Can you interview them? Like live stream? Yeah, it's okay. You can.
Then another thing, since you're going to have this document is about Ecobe, you're not live stream that session.
So, continue.
So, what do you feel? So maybe I think you can copy and paste it.
No.
Remember that me myself, someone in a bathtub was a parking.
No.
I'm looking for the parking. Now I'm parking. I didn't go on. I didn't go another scam. So, just again, though. Thank you. Use videos. Yeah, videos. Let's do
Why is it upside down? Why is it upside down? The camera, you can be Sure. But anyway, it's okay. Okay. I'm gonna put your card.